Hi. This is my second video, as you probably know at this point. My name is O'Keefe, and I'm speaking on behalf of Catholicism and religion, but mainly on Catholicism because I am Catholic. But today, right now I'm at school. This is my free period, and I thought I could maybe do a real quick short video about something important, and so I'd like to speak about spirituality. Okay, so I have to look away from your camera so I can read this. But the Merriam-Webster definition of spirituality is as follows: something that is in ecclesial law belongs to a church or to a cleric as such, or sensitivity or attachment to religious values, or the quality of state of being spiritual. Pretty original. But actually, the definition I'm going to go with is actually sensitivity or attachment to religious values. Now, a lot of people think that in order to be in order to be spiritual and stuff like that, you have to have a religion. And then say someone who is agnostic or atheist or just didn't believe in anything or whatever, they probably say, "Oh, are you saying I don't have spirituality?" And that is not so, because every single person on earth belongs, sort of in a way, belongs to some type of religious thing. Now, what I mean by this is that you may not go to church and you may not go, you may not believe in a certain thing, but there's more than one thing. A lot of us have heard, religion of, you can't serve two masters, which means, you can't worship God and money, or you can't worship God and, like some other addiction, like sex, drugs, alcohol, blah, blah, blah. So sensitivity or attachment to religious values, those might be the values that go along with what you believe in, which I suppose I would call that kind of like the religion of the material world, the world that humans have created and said, this is important, this is that, this is this. And but that's not healthy. That's actually if you compare a person who is spiritually attached to the world and a person who's spiritually attached to like religious values, not necessarily Catholicism, but in general, a person who is religious, they are usually a lot happier because they have something more to believe in than things that can crumble and fall and, become a fossil that we will find in 1,000 years and say, oh, what was this thing? Because it's not around anymore and it can't be used. Unlike that, religion has been around forever and has stood the test of time forever. Granted, it has, been the cause of some things, some wars, some scandals, some this, some that, but, it's been around the longest, and it has, allowed people to survive some of the worst of circumstances. And I don't see fancy clothing or, money or this or that, standing that kind of test of time, you know what I mean? I can look at the camera now. Hey, what's up, camera? What's up, world? But yeah, so that is basically, I'll probably talk some more about spirituality later. And I'm not saying, I know everything about spirituality. But just, if I could give my advice for the day, it's to figure out where your spirituality is and how well you know yourself, how well you know what you believe in. And see if it really holds up. See if that's the thing you turn to. Then when I think of my own faith and when I think of the thing I turn to, here's how I think of it. I think if darkness fell on everything and if I was alone in my lowest of lows, the belly of the whale, as a hero's journey would call it. But when you're in your lowest of lows, what do you turn to? And I think that directs your spirituality. That gives you the best idea of what it is that you rely on, and then ask yourself, does that fill a void, or does that fill me up where I need to be filled, or do I still feel empty 10 minutes later? So I hope you all have a good day. I have to get to class soon and I have to read some books before I go to class, so have a good day. I'll probably add another video later. Thank you. Goodbye.